Hey guys, welcome to another video. I am super excited because today I'm doing my Royal Rumble predictions, which is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 3:30 here where I'm from. Royal Rumble, if you know me, you know Royal Rumble is my favorite wrestling show of the entire year. So obviously I always look forward to it, just the surprise aspect of it, and you don't know who's coming out next in the Royal Rumble matches, so I love it. Everything about it. So today I'm going to be covering all the matches and predicting all the matches, and I'm also going to go through my entry predictions, which I will get into that a little later. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So the first match confirmed so far is AJ Styles versus Gunther. If AJ loses, he will be forced to retire, and if AJ wins, he will replace Gunther in the Royal Rumble match. I love AJ Styles, and he's one of my favorites. However, as much as I would love to see him win and stay in WWE, I'm reading this from my blog, by the way, like I always do. I posted this earlier this morning or this afternoon or whatever. But I think Gunther is going to win because Shinsuke, I think, kind of spoiled the ending of this match, like the outcome, like who won, by making a post on his Instagram story indicating that AJ was going to retire at the Royal Rumble. I'm not going to read all of it, but just the main parts. It says, during last year's Australia tour at a house show in Melbourne, AJ gave a speech after the match. Listening to it, it was clear what he was thanking the fans, but somehow it also felt like he was retiring. He was hinting that retirement might not be that far away. The tour continued into Japan, and before the show was there, I asked him something. We were in a van on the way to the meet and greet. I asked him, when are you going to retire? He answered, the Royal Rumble, I've already decided. So, by the sounds of it, he will be retiring tomorrow when or if Gunther defeats him. So, yeah. Like I said a couple weeks ago, too many people are retiring. I don't like it. Actually, I think that was last week I said that. Anyway, I'm going with Gunther. The next match is Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Championship. I think Drew is going to win it because he literally just won the title from Cody Rhodes about 4 weeks ago, and knowing how dominant Drew is, I definitely don't see him losing it anytime soon. Also, I found out today that I was watching SmackDown earlier. It wasn't on like its usual time today, like 9:30 where I'm from. It was on at 1:30. So I watched it earlier, and Sami said that he has never lost a match in Saudi Arabia so far. So yeah, Sami could win, but I don't see Drew losing the title this soon. If Sami does win in Saudi Arabia, it could be by disqualification, but I don't see Drew losing the title this soon. So I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre. Okay, now on to my favorite matches of the entire night, or the entire event, the Royal Rumble matches. The next match is the Men's Royal Rumble match. If you aren't familiar with how a Royal Rumble match works, the rules are 2 superstars will start in the ring. Every 90 seconds, another superstar will enter until all 30 superstars have entered. Superstars are eliminated by going over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor, and the winner receives a championship match at WrestleMania, and like obviously it's the last one standing kind of thing. So I gotta look up where I wrote this earlier before I watched SmackDown. There have been more entrants confirmed, or participants confirmed since then. So I'm just gonna look those up instead of reading it from my blog, because if I read it from my blog, I don't have all the entrants confirmed so far on my blog, because like I said, I posted the blog before I watched SmackDown, and during SmackDown more entrants were confirmed. So obviously all the participants confirmed as of right now aren't on my blog on the post. So okay, 22 out of the 30 entrants for the Men's Royal Rumble have been confirmed so far. There's still 8 people we don't know. So I'm just going to go through those really quick. Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Jey Uso, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, and Javon Evans. And I forgot. Okay. I had my phone down to here, so I got to the bottom, which says Javon Evans, and there's more on the bottom. And I forgot. I should have known that wasn't 22 people, because, like, that's not 22 people. Okay. Obafemi, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Damian Priest, Trick Williams, The Miz, Ilya Dragunov, and Matt Cardona. So, I'll go through the women's entrance after. As for my prediction, by the way, I think this has the potential to be one of the best Royal Rumbles ever. Just based on how stacked it is. Like, there's a lot of powerhouses in this match. I mean, you have Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, Obafemi, Randy Orton. I mean, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker. I'm excited. But as for my prediction, this match is probably the hardest one for me to predict so far, because there are people in this match that I can see a lot of them winning. And obviously there can only be one winner. But I think I'm going to go with Roman Reigns, because, like, when I watch the Royal Rumble, I usually don't want someone to win that's already won. So Roman Reigns has already won, Rhea Ripley's already won, Bayley's already won, Randy Orton's won twice, Cody Rhodes has won twice, and although I would love to see those people win, they've already won before, and I would like to see someone that hasn't won a Rumble before win this year, or every year. Roman Reigns already won the Rumble in 2015. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he did win, but like I said, when I watch the Rumble, I like to see people win that haven't won a Rumble before, so that's just me. Even if I do like the wrestler, I want someone to win the Rumble that hasn't won one before. But I do see Roman winning this year, mostly because he was a champion for about 4 years. He won the title in 2020 at SummerSlam, or no? Was it? No, he returned at SummerSlam. It was the pay-per-view after SummerSlam. He won the title, I think. And then he held it for 4 years before he lost it to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania last year? Yes, last year. Yeah, and he's definitely one of the most dominant wrestlers in WWE history. So, I'm going to go with Roman Reigns. And the final match confirmed so far is the Women's Royal Rumble match. I don't think there's any more announced since I did my blog, so I think all of them are on the blog. Yeah, there is. Okay, so I'm going to read the entrance from my blog, because no other women have been announced for the Rumble since I posted the blog. But so far there's 17 out of 30 women announced, so there's more surprises than in the Men's Rumble. Unless they announce more entrants during the kickoff show tomorrow or whatever. But the entrants confirmed so far are Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, Asuka, Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Julia, Maxine Dupree, and Becky Lynch. This Royal Rumble match is a bit easier for me to predict, because there's one woman who's come close to winning the match the last few years. And as far as I know, she's been in every single Women's Royal Rumble so far. And that's been like, the first Women's Royal Rumble was in 2018. She's been in every single one so far, and that is Liv Morgan. She entered at number 2 last year, and she lasted over an hour. And she was the runner-up in 2023 and 2024. So, she's also a former women's champion, and she also has great luck in Saudi Arabia. I think the last 2 or 3 times she was in Saudi Arabia for a match, she's won. So, yeah. And obviously, Royal Rumble is being held in Saudi Arabia. So, she deserves this win, in my opinion. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if she does win. So, I'm going to go with Liv Morgan. So, those are all the matches, and I usually like to do my own entry predictions every year, so I'm going to go through those. I posted this blog, when did I post this? 11 hours ago, and I have changed over these names so many times, it's kind of gross. So, all my entry predictions are on the notes app on my phone, so I'm going to read them from there. I haven't changed them since this. So, Okay, before I do go through my entry predictions, though, I do want to say that I'm not going to post or finalize my entry predictions until tomorrow. I said this in my blog, but I'll say it on here too. Tomorrow, probably, I think what I'm going to do is during the kickoff show, I'll probably switch out some names around and finalize it. And then at the end of the kickoff show, going into the main Royal Rumble show, I will post the final entry predictions on Instagram. And my Instagram is at Terror Twins XO, all lowercase. So obviously there may be, I don't know, there may be some names or entrants confirmed during the kickoff show. I don't know yet. But yeah, if there is, well, even if there isn't, I'm probably going to end up changing more of these names around anyway. So yeah, I have my entry predictions from earlier on my blog. What's the word? I'm telling you guys my entry predictions that I have on my phone right now. But obviously, like I said, I will more than likely be changing around these names again, or at least some of them, before the show tomorrow. So if you guys want to see my final entry predictions, check out my Instagram tomorrow. And once I post my entry predictions on Instagram, that's it. I'm not changing any more entrants or any more names or whatever. I'm not switching them around. Whatever I post on Instagram tomorrow regarding my entry predictions, that's all. I'm not switching any more names out after I post them on Instagram. So if you guys want to see my final entry predictions, check out my Instagram when I post them, Terror Twins XO. But yeah, because like last couple of days, I've been switching names around so many times. It's disgusting. So, like I said, if you want to see my final entry predictions, check out my Instagram tomorrow, because I will be posting my final entry predictions there. Yeah, and once I post them on Instagram, I'm not changing any more names, even if I want to. Even if, like, Finn Balor, like, someone in the Men's Royal Rumble match gets attacked, and Finn Balor places them, and he's not in my entry predictions. He is, by the way. But, like, even if I wanted to change around some names, and I already have them on Instagram posted, I'm not doing it. Because, like, once they're posted on Instagram, like I said, I'm not changing around any names once they're posted on Instagram. So, I'm going to start off with the women's entry predictions. Again, I'm reading them from my phone because I changed up some names earlier since I posted the blog. So, at number 1, I have Asuka. Number 2, Io Sky. Number 3, Natalya. I also have some NXT and some Legends in here as well, because usually there are a couple, like, Legends or NXT stars in the Rumble. So, anyway, moving on. Number 4, Maxine Dupree. Number 5, Tatum Paxley, who is from NXT. Number 6, Chelsea Green. 7, Jordan Grace. 8, Alexa Bliss. 9, Bayley. 10, Nia Jax. 11, Julia. 12, Lash Legend. 13, Lola Vice. 14, Lyra Valkyria. 15, Charlotte Flair. 16, Rhea Ripley. 17, Trish Stratus. 18, Raquel Rodriguez. 19, Sol Ruca, also from NXT. And Lola Vice is also from NXT. 20, Nikki Bella. 21, Nikki's twin sister, Brie Bella. 22, also from NXT, Blake Monroe. 23, Roxanne Perez. 24, Bianca Belair. 25, Liv Morgan. 26, Tiffany Stratton. 27, Becky Lynch. 28, Jacy Jane, also from NXT. 29, AJ Lee. And 30 is Paige. So those are my women's entry predictions at the moment. And now the men's ones. So, number 1, Braun Breaker. I originally had Logan Paul at number 1, but during SmackDown today, they kind of accidentally leaked. I don't know if they were fooling around with the graphics or whatever, or just it was an accident. Obviously, it was an accident, but they accidentally leaked the number 1 entrant, and apparently it's Braun Breaker. I don't know if I have a picture of it, because there's a picture all over X about it, so I don't know if I can find one. Braun Breaker. Obviously, I said this before, I'm not like a great editor. I don't know how to edit pictures into like YouTube videos right now, but I'm gonna try to get into it and see if I can do it. It was during SmackDown today when Axiom and Nathan Fraser were making their entrance. When the little graphic popped up, and you can see it says it's gonna. Well, actually, never mind. Entrant number 1. Wrong way. Braun Breaker. So apparently he's at number 1. It was leaked, so I'm going off that. Number 2 is Damian Priest. I can't remember who I had at number 2, but it was Logan Paul and someone else, the first 2. But during SmackDown, Damian Priest picked his number on SmackDown for the Royal Rumble match, so the number he's entering at. And obviously it's a secret. The only people that know their number is the people that's in the Rumble. So R-Truth also seen the number because he was there when Damian picked his number. And he said, what was it? He said something about having more time to throw people over the top rope, because like the later you enter, the shorter amount of time you're in the match. Like numbers, I remember when Liv Morgan was in the Rumble last year. She entered at like number 2 and she ended up lasting over an hour. So yeah. So I'm guessing he's entering like in the earlier numbers, like 1 to 5, I think, or well, even 1 to 10. So now I've seen people on X and Instagram saying, oh, Damian must be entering at like number 2 or number 1 or 3 or whatever. So I put him at number 2 instead. Because I originally had him at number 13 and then I put him at number 6, I think. And I was like, after seeing like posts on X and Instagram and stuff of people saying, oh, based on his reaction, he must have drawn like number 1 or 2. So I was like, I'm going to put him at number 2. I was going to put him at number 1 at first, but then I thought back and I was like, that graphic accidentally popped up. So I'm going to put Braun Breaker at number 1 and Damian Priest at number 2. Okay, number 3, Ethan Page from NXT. I don't have as many NXT people. I think Ethan Page is the only NXT person I have for the men's one, because like where there's 22 entrants so far confirmed for the men's Rumble, there isn't as many people like surprises I could put in. Like I had Kevin Owens at like 26, but I took him out because like I was trying to figure out who else to put in the Rumble, like, and people were getting confirmed for the like declaring for the men's Rumble like left, right, and center. I was like, what do I do? So I don't have Kevin Owens in these entry predictions now. I took him out, but he was at 26 for my entry predictions. Anyway, number 4, Dragon Lee. Number 5, Penta. Number 6, Ilya Dragunov. Number 7, Royce Keys, who is formerly known as Powerhouse Hobbs in AEW. Apparently he left AEW, or his contract was up or whatever, but he's a free agent apparently now. So now I guess he's headed to WWE, from what I've heard. And apparently they're changing his name from Powerhouse Hobbs to Royce Keys. So, number 8, Austin Theory. Number 9, Rey Mysterio. Number 10, The Miz. Number 11, Matt Cardona. Oh yeah, I actually originally had him at number 2. It was Logan Paul and Matt Cardona I had as the first 2, but now it's Braun Breaker and Damian Priest. Number 12, Brock Lesnar. Number 13, Jimmy Uso. Number 14, Finn Balor. Number 15, Carmelo Hayes. Number 16, Jey Uso. Number 17, Mr. Iguana from AAA. He's had like one match in WWE. But he has worked with other WWE stars before in AAA. So if anyone from AAA is in the Rumble, I can see it being Mr. Iguana. And I haven't seen much of him, but what I have seen, I like. So number 18, Logan Paul. Number 19, Solo Sikoa. Number 20, Javon Evans. Number 21, Randy Orton. 22, Roman Reigns. 23, Cody Rhodes. 24, Trick Williams. 25, Jacob Fatu. 26, Bronson Reed. 27, Seth Rollins. 28, Obafemi. As for Seth Rollins, I didn't have him in my entry predictions like the whole time, because I was thinking like, is he gonna come back to the Rumble? Like, I mean, it's Seth Rollins, so like maybe. And then I saw a post on Facebook or X or whatever it was, and it was Seth Rollins saying apparently, no, I will not be in the Rumble even though I want to. And then so I was like, no, I'll take his name out. So I took his name out. And then yesterday, I think it was, I was scrolling through X again, and I saw this interview, I think, Seth was doing. And the interviewer kind of spoiled his Royal Rumble entrance, or his Royal Rumble entry, that's the word I'm looking for. And I think the interviewer said something like, how does it feel? How do you think everyone's going to react to your entry in the Royal Rumble match, or something like that? So he technically, kind of, maybe, I think he spoiled Seth Rollins' return at the Rumble, so we'll see for sure what happens tomorrow. 28, Obafemi, 29, Gunther, and 30 is Chris Jericho, who is apparently a free agent now as well after leaving AEW. So, apparently he's on his way back to WWE, even if it's just a one-time thing at the Rumble, we'll see. But yeah, like I said before, those are my entry predictions for right now. I might obviously be switching out some names like I usually do again sometime between now and before the show. But whatever, if you guys want to see my final entry predictions, like finalized, I will be posting them on my Terror Twins XO Instagram account. So whenever I post my entry predictions on there tomorrow, whatever's posted on there, that's it. I'm not changing any more names. What's there is there. What's done is done. So, yeah, that is it for today's video. I am very excited for the Rumble. Royal Rumble, like I said, is one of my favorite shows of the year. Actually, my top favorite WWE show of the entire year. So I'm obviously very excited for that. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more content from me. And I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye, guys.